My name's Paine and I'm the recipient of the OU Law Student of the Year Award. When I decided to study an undergrad degree, I was already working full-time. I already had a career in the civil service. I already had commitments in terms of a mortgage and a cat. And obviously I needed to kind of continue working full-time. And all through, as I'd grown up, all through my life, the people around me who had been studying, once they were mature students, had all been doing it via the Open University. And it was through that reputation, basically all the way through the influences through my life, that it was a default choice, actually. The Open University was the only place I really considered to study the degree. The biggest challenges that I experienced during my studies probably fell into two different categories. The first was academic. In terms of the content of the course, I really found land law particularly difficult. All the other areas of law that we studied were really just formalising our everyday experiences. From a personal level, obviously the course extends over 6 years, which is, a lot of change happens personally over 6 years, and sometimes it's really difficult to sustain the level of effort and momentum which is really necessary. You need to put in to an undergrad degree to really excel. The biggest challenge personally has definitely been sustaining that momentum. The highlight of my study was, I guess it was confirmation and vindication that the law was really for me. I really enjoyed studying the law and learning. I learned an enormous amount, and at every stage I always felt that this was right. And I'd obviously given up quite a lot of personal, made a lot of personal sacrifices to study the degree, and those sacrifices were vindicated was an enormous highlight for me. I was also given the opportunity to meet a lot of fantastic people in my tutorials, and I've stayed in touch with those outside of the degree as well. Now that we've finished, I stay in touch with those and regularly meet up with them. So that's been a real good highlight as well. Since my studies, I've made a few achievements, mostly professional. I haven't had time really since then to make any real personal changes. But I've been successful in securing a training contract with the Government Legal Service, which was always my dream from the start. That was always my aim. So that was an enormous professional achievement. I've also been studying the legal practice course, the precursor qualification, before I can start my training contract with the GLS. And that's been going really well. I've just about taken my final core exams. I'm about to take my final exams in the next month or so. So not a huge amount of time since my degree is finished, but already a fair amount of professional achievement, I like to think. To people who are thinking of studying at the Open University, I'd say the experience is hard work, but it's definitely worth it. The course is always really well structured, and you know exactly what's expected of you and how you're going to be assessed at every stage. I've been particularly impressed with the expertise, help and support that the tutors have provided, and I've just been very satisfied overall with my experience at the Open University.